Anyways, moving on. Chicago heading to Baltimore. And if a line has ever told me Lamar Jackson is back, this is it. Baltimore is going to be 6.5-point favorites at home. The over-under is 50. Chicago is plus 250 on the money line. Baltimore is minus 300. Chicago has won 4 in a row. Don't sleep on the Bears. Raider Jim, your thoughts. Bears at Ravens.
That's exactly what I was thinking. They're actually, 4 in a row. That's nothing to sneeze at. And I want to pull up their stats right here. Defense is hanging in there. They're actually equal on both sides of the ball. The offense is playing as well as the defense. That's a good, promising sign for any team. It's not like one side of the ball is carrying the team, if you know what I'm saying. The Bears against Baltimore, at Baltimore. And again, the weatherman has to go and check now. Let's see. Baltimore Ravens, 16% chance of rain, 58 degrees. It's not going to be that inclement, so nothing to worry about there. However, minus 6.5. It's minus 6.5 because Jackson finally suited up and practiced at like a 50% level. He's not going under center. He's not going to be in the backfield. It's going to be the same Ravens you've seen for the last 3 weeks. And that's enough for me to say Chicago can cover the spread on this one. I will buy a point. Give me Chicago minus 5.5. Over under 50. No way they come close to 50 in this game. So just give me under 50 on that one. But Chicago, good offense right now. Quarterback's feeling good. Baltimore is going to be the same Baltimore. It's just going to be the Keystone Cops again against the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Look, Lamar Jackson may not play. And you know what? It'll might help the over under, but unless he's learned how to, pass rush or play corner, I don't know how this is going to help him too much. Going back to kind of what I talked about with the Steelers, I grew up. Obviously, the Ravens are a somewhat newer franchise coming from the first Cleveland iteration. But, since we've seen those Brian Billick teams that essentially won a Super Bowl on just stout defense, that's kind of how the Ravens have been pretty much my entire life since they've been in the Ravens, under that logo. This is weird. 26th, 28th, and 32nd. That's the run defense, the pass defense rank, and the opposing points per game for the Baltimore Ravens. They give up more points than anyone else in the league. Their turnover differential, one of the worst in the league. And obviously their point differential is one of the worst in the league as well. I love Chicago in this one. I might flirt with the money line, but for the sake of this podcast, give me a 0.5 point. Give me Chicago plus 7. I feel really good about that, which also scares me as I say that out loud. But I think Chicago, the one thing Chicago...
Baltimore plus 7 or Chicago plus 7?
Excuse me, Chicago plus 7. My fault. Chicago plus 7. The one thing for Chicago that I do think they kind of need to clean up if they do want to actually be a contender in the NFC, the run defense has to improve. They're one of the worst in the league on that side of it. And as we get deeper into the season, especially in the NFC North, you're going to see a lot of teams coming in wanting to run the football. But the one positive as well, a lot of positives for the Bears, but that turnover differential, best in the league, plus 11. You're going to win a lot of games when you win the turnover differential, and that's what they've done. Give me Chicago. In terms of the over-under, I'm going under. I'm going over. Until Baltimore's defense can show that they're going to show up. It's kind of simplistic, but this has been one of the worst defenses on all sides in the league, and it's very, very surprising. I think we all figured, when Lamar went down, okay, the offense is going to struggle, but the defense has actually been the one that's really struggled, in my opinion. So give me the over. I'm going to buy 0.5 point there. 50 scares me. Give me over 49.5. Just in case.